Alright my boys, in today's video I do want to talk about the possibility of seeing a UI Omen Awoken skill or UI sign skill, whatever you want to call it, being added in for CACs, and at the same time how this Awoken potentially could be insanely game breaking if it works anyway, similar to Mastered Ultra Instinct, and then also a way that I think you can implement this Awoken skill to where it would actually be fairly balanced. Let's get into it. Alright y'all, like I said, I want to discuss and talk about the possibility of seeing a UI Omen / UI Sign Awoken skill being added in for our CACs, how this skill potentially could be broken, and then also how this skill potentially could be fairly balanced if it worked in a certain way that a homie did share with me. I'll let you guys know about the homie later on in the video when we actually get to that point, but for now let's talk about how this is actually possible for DLC 14/15. Like I mentioned in that video where I talked about the possibility of just getting a new Awoken in general for DLC 14/15 like a month ago, in that video I talked about how they seem to make these Awokens drop a bit faster with each and every single one that has come out. The first one took us 5 DLCs to get. The one after that was 4 DLCs in between for us to actually get. The next one after that was 3 DLCs in between for us to actually get that Awoken skill. So it does seem like they're trying to push out Awokens faster and faster and give them to us more on a more frequent basis. So if we were to see a new Awoken in DLC 14/15, there is a possibility that it could be Ultra Instinct, and while it would be good in the fact that it would be something for all races finally, I do want to talk about why I do not think it would be very balanced as well. But another thing that really makes me feel like we can be getting a new Awoken in this pack is the name of the pack itself. The name of the pack is literally called the Awakening Warrior Pack. Awakening, Awoken skill, Awakening, Awoken skill. It makes sense to me, I'm just saying. So the name of the pack really makes me feel like there is a good chance of seeing a Awoken skill in DLC 14 or 15 without a doubt. But at the same time, like I said, if it is Ultra Instinct, I just want you guys to picture something right now. If it's Ultra Instinct and it works in the same way that it works for Mastered UI Goku as he stands right now in the game, just imagine if Mastered UI Goku had a choice of any skills he wanted in the game, 10 bars of stamina, potentially 10 bars of ki, depending on what Super Soul you're running, and then also about like 2.5 bars of health when you're playing without limitations. Imagine how crazy of a character Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku would be with those kind of stats. Well, that's basically what CACs would be if we were to actually get that Awoken form in this game. And that's why I say I do feel it would be a bit broken, in my opinion, if it were to actually be added in the way that it is for Mastered UI. Like if we got the exact same kind of dodge ability and it worked exactly the same, all things like that, UI as an Awoken skill would be damn OP without a doubt, and it would be the new meta. Like it'd probably be all you see when you go to online play without a doubt. It would be the only thing you see because it would by far be the best character in the game when you actually use UI on your CAC. So let's talk about how I think this could actually be balanced, and I want to give a shout out to the homie Krill. My homie Krill that I have known for like a couple years now at this point in time came up with a good idea while I was discussing this with him, and he said that if they were to add in this Awoken skill and keep it how it works for UI Goku, but make it to where we can only use it when our health is about 50% or lower, then it would actually be fairly balanced. And if you think about it, Goku doesn't just go straight into UI in the Tournament of Power where we've actually seen him use it in the anime. No, it has happened pretty much in states where he is absolutely desperate in a sense, and he's basically getting his ass whooped. So it would make sense to me if we were only able to use this skill when our health went below 50%, and that would balance the skill very, very well at the same time, because by the time your health is below 50%, you're most likely no longer going to have full stamina. I mean, you shouldn't at the very least. You may have your ki filled up, but again, your stamina is going to be fairly down, at least like halfway down or a little bit more than halfway or something along those lines, to where you won't have those 10 bars. You maybe have 5 or 4 bars at the time of activation, and again, you'll only have 50% health, so you won't have the potential of having 2.5 bars of health in the UI state. So I think that would honestly be a really, really good way to balance this skill if it were to actually be added in. And if it was added in like that, I would actually be very, very hyped. Not only because, yeah, UI is a dope transformation, I cannot lie. Even though I didn't want UI Omen Goku, I would have preferred this for Bergamo as the hero vote. I cannot lie, it is a very dope transformation without a doubt. But like I said, if it were to work the same way that it works for Goku, it would be fairly broken. But if they did do it to where you only could use it like after 50% of your health is gone, I think it would be a very balanced and very cool skill at the same time. Because not only would it be something that would be for all races, but at the same time it would be something completely different and unique from what we've seen before. Like, obviously all Awokens you can use at any point in the match. As long as you have the key to transform, you will be able to use an Awoken skill. If this one was actually made to where it was 50% or lower, it would be extremely unique, and it would still be very good without a doubt, because not only are you going to get the ability to dodge and all things like that, you're also going to be getting stat boosts, I would assume, at the same time. So I think that would be a really cool way to balance a UI Awoken skill if we're to actually be added in, which, like I said, I do think is possible to see a new Awoken in DLC 14 or 15, not only for reasons I mentioned in that past video, but also now that we know the name of the DLC, it just really feels like it makes sense to see a new Awoken at some point in time, whether it's Awakening Warrior Pack 1 or Awakening Warrior Pack 2. So let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comments. 1, do you think it is possible that we do see another Awoken skill in DLC 14 or 15? 2, do you think that if they were to add it in how it works for Goku and MUI Goku in the game, would it be a bit broken? Or if they balanced it out the way that like I said and the homie Krill mentioned to me, do you think that would be very balanced? Because I personally think that would be a great way to add in a transformation like Ultra Instinct into Xenoverse 2 for CACs. So let me know your thoughts on all that down below in the comments. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, hope you have a good one. Peace, y'all.